Okay guys, welcome to a new character build called me. I noticed that some of you guys in the comments section down below on the live streams have said that you want to make me in Skyrim. So I made me. So here's what I look like physically, okay? And I'll walk you through it. We'll actually take off the helmet and that sort of thing too here. So let's take off the helmet here for 1 second, okay, so we can get a close-up of the character, okay? So you can do this one of two ways. You can go with gray hair like I did here, with a really long beard, or clean shaven. Now I actually went through the sliders to make me as realistic as you can in Skyrim, okay? And this is what I would look like in Skyrim. I'll post the sliders down below kind of thing, okay? So you guys can get the sliders. Let's try and get to the middle of the screen here. I don't know why, but it keeps pulling off to the left, which is just kind of strange. Sorry about that, it is what it is, you know.
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables.
So,
it's fun most days.
That's what I look like that way, okay? Now let's put the helmet back on. Alright, so, what am I? I'm lawful good. The name of the character has to be KILROY, okay? Now, KILROY is a cleric. So you're going to be focusing on magic. You're going to go 3 magic, 1 health, 1 stamina, every level that you go up, okay? So 3 magicka, 1 health, 1 stamina, until you get to master level magic, okay? Alright? Restoration only for magic, okay? And here we're going to do pretty much everything except for dual casting, alright? But we're going to do basically all of this because we are going to like a necromage and all that, right? Dispute all the way up to master level, because in restoration is your healing spells, healing others, turn undead, and magical wards. That's literally everything that the cleric does magically, right? They heal others, they turn the undead, okay? That kind of stuff, right? Now, the rest of the build, you got one-handed, and you're only allowed to use blunt weapons, and because it's my character, you can only use a mace. We're going with mace. So you can do bone breaker, because that's what mace is, right? Armsman, bone breaker, fighting stance, savage strike, critical charge, paralyzed strike, you know. You can do that, and that's it, okay? You don't deal weld or anything, okay? Light armor is what we use, because clerics use technically medium armor, and there's no medium armor in this game, so they use light armor, okay? Light armor only. And that's it. That's your character, okay? Blocking is optional, but I don't recommend it. I'm not doing blocking myself, but you could. But if you do it, do not slow down time. That's just a stupid thing to have, and I think that's just dumb, so don't do that. But you can do the other stuff, just don't slow down time, right? I'm not doing it with a shield, because what I'm doing in one hand is healing myself while I'm using a one-handed weapon, okay? So the breakdown is 3 in magicka, 1 in health, 1 in stamina, every level, okay? So you go 3 levels magic, then you go 1 health, 1 stamina. 3 levels magic, 1 health, 1 stamina, okay, alright? So for every 5 levels, you got 3 in magic, 1 in health, 1 in stamina. By 10 levels, you should have 6 magicka, 2 health, 2 stamina. Okay? Alright? You can have followers. Okay? And they got to align with you. You are a lawful good character. Okay? And you have to call him Kilroy. Alright? He's lawful good. Alright? So, let's take a look at him here now in terms of the other stuff, okay? So, weapons, we only use the mace, as you see here. Okay? We only use the mace. The apparel, we use light armor. Okay? There's the shield right there in case I want to use it, but I'm not going to use it, you know. There's a necklace of health, so that's how I got the health boost. And then we got the robes of Magicka and that, but we're not getting into enchanting. I could switch over to this if I want to, but I don't know if it's a good trade-off because of the lack of armor, right? Clerics usually use chainmail armor, you know. And so you can't here. We don't craft our own potions, we buy them or we find them, okay? And we just sell everything off. So we can have followers in that too, alright? You cannot lie in this game. And you can't do anything that's evil in this game, okay? So you can't join the Thieves Guild, can't join the Dark Brotherhood. So, what can you join? Well, we can join the Fighters Guild. We can join the Mages Guild, okay, and that's going to be our 2 main focuses for this build. We don't do the Dark Brotherhood in Windhelm, you know, and we don't do the Thieves Guild in Riften, okay, we don't do that, alright. We don't do the Cannibal Quest in Markeith, okay, we don't do that, alright. So no to the cannibal build. Let me pull it over so you guys can see it on the camera there, okay? So no to that in Markeith, you know. But we do everything lawful good, and that includes which side we side with between the Battle Borer and the Grey Maids, the Imperials and the Stormcloaks, okay? So you side with the good guys. And I'm going to leave that up for you to decide, okay? Now, there's 2 races you can be. You can be Breton, or you can be Imperial. Now, I took Imperial, and here's why, okay? Because with Imperial, you get Voice of the Emperor. And that calms nearby people for 60 seconds. So that gives you a full minute of everybody just chilling out. Which is really, really important when you're first playing the game. You know, like, you know, when you're first starting out, right? You want a way out. It's the Voice of the Emperor, you know. You hit that, boom, you know. Everybody just chills out. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Alright, so, I just want to make that known there, right? We should actually favor this. So, we also get Imperial Luck, which gives us some more gold. I took the Mage's Stone because we want to up our magic first, okay? So when it comes to the stones, at the beginning of the game over here, you want to take the Mage's Stone, okay? And you want to up your Magicka until your restoration's all the way up. And that's the primary focus, is going to be restoration, okay? So you can do the Fighters Guild here, and you can do the Winterhold here. I got to work my way up there next, you know, kind of thing, right? And that's basically it. You can't steal because you're lawful good, okay? So if anything requires you to steal, you can't steal, all right? And you can get things like turn on dead and stuff like that, and turn them on themselves and stuff, and the whole bit, right? And you're a lawful good character. Okay, that's your alignment. Now let's see if there's anything we haven't covered yet. Okay, so our magic is restoration only. Okay, that's it. All right, restoration only. All right. Our weapons is a mace only, and our armor is light armor. All right. Now you don't do anything in the skills except for what I said. So the only thing that we do here is we primarily focus on restoration. Okay. We do light armor, and we do one-handed, focusing on maces only. Okay, which is this one right here, Bonebreaker, and that's it. That's our build. Straightforward, clean, straight. Can't get any better than that. It's called Kilroy, and the race is Imperial. And I'm working on a backstory about to do with the Dwemer and that, like, you know, on a backstory for him, you know, kind of thing, right? Okay? So thanks a lot for watching, guys. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. I'm thinking about live streaming, doing my Ultimate Skyrim Challenge. Alright, thanks a lot, guys. God bless.